Welcome to River City Plus, the show after the show, the River City After Party. Now, today we have our special guest, our resident hairstylist, styled by Stephanie Grant, as you know her, here to talk about some of the things that we can be thinking about over the holiday season, because we all get smacked with unexpected expenses. Things get pricey. We start buying gifts, and then we look at our roots, we look at our hair and say, wait a minute, I still need to look great for this season, but I am fresh out of money.
Absolutely. It's hard out here, but we shouldn't have to sacrifice, feeling good and actually looking good. So I came up with like 4 great tips to still look good and stay on trend, but also, save some money in our pockets, because I think we can all benefit from that. What do you think?
Absolutely. Amen. Listen, it's our motto around here.
Yeah.
It's like we want to be stylish, but saving.
Yeah, awesome. So, Michael, my first tip is visit a local hair school. I mean, hear me out, people. It may sound sketchy, literally go to a hair school, but I'm a master stylist, and that's literally how we all started. When you go into these hair schools, you have stylists like me that are like, oh my gosh, some of us are eager to cut, and some of us, like myself, are colorists, and we love, doing color. But when you think about it, you go to these hair schools, and guess who's overseeing all of these?
You have a master stylist there, right?
Master stylists are the
There's an adult,
educators.
right? There's a grown-up.
Exactly. So, just one thing I can also say too is, a lot of us, when we try to describe like haircuts, sometimes it may be conveyed like differently.
Right.
So I always say bring a picture. I'm a visual stylist. If you know that you want bangs and you know that you want Hailey Bieber's bangs, bring a picture of Hailey Bieber, right?
Yeah, no, I agree, because I think that certain things, like you said, can be interpreted totally different. And if I say a low light, you might think that means one thing. I might think it's something else. Now, we were talking before the show, all blondes, we're going to say we want a low light. We don't ever actually want any brown in there.
Exactly. Or you could like show up to the salon and be like, oh my gosh, I want red hair just like your pants. And I could see this and I'm like, that looks kind of copper. And I can go ahead and mix up copper. So I think pictures are definitely number one. You need it when you're going to any type of consultation, going to the salon.
Now, if you do go to a hair school or something like that, and let's say, when you usually start with the student and then the master stylist will be there. So can you vocalize if you say like, hey, I really do want it shorter, or hey, this looks a little off? Like, is that a good place to be able to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you get a stylist like myself, I would rather leave it a little bit too long, and we'll blow dry and be like, hey, I'm going to leave it on the longer side, and we blow dry and style it. If you want to go a little bit shorter, we can do that then.
Yeah.
So you may get a cautious person like myself,
right? But
some of them are Edward Scissorhands, but you can find those out as soon as you walk in.
Exactly. Anybody who's snip happy, I'm staying far away. I mean, you know me, we got to strap me down to a chair just to get my dead ends off.
Oh yes, and we do a little bit, and I'm like, look at the floor. She's like, oh my goodness.
You're like, wait, what was that?
I'm like, nothing.
I'm the problem. It's me. I was like, okay, so let's move on to our second tip when it comes to holiday hair and saving. So you said to check local salons for a happy hour special. Now, I hadn't heard of this until you told me about it.
Yes. I mean, when you think of happy hour, you think of like yummy appetizers.
Yeah, I was like, great. I love a happy hour. Boneless wings and a martini. Go team.
Absolutely. But it also can happen with stylists as far as salons. So when you think of happy hour specials when it comes to a salon, those are the days where the salon is actually kind of pretty slow and they're looking for business. A lot of downtown salons have that because, most of their clientele are 9 to 5. And then there's that little time in between where we're kind of like looking for a little bit of clients.
Right.
And so you can go and they'll definitely offer maybe 20% off during a certain day. Usually Mondays are pretty slow for salons. So Monday is like the best time to get a haircut.
Yeah. Like, and I think you see that in a lot of businesses. They've started offering specials when it's like Monday to Thursday, because that Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like, game time. So I understand that being full price, but I think those are great options. And then two, what do you think about different levels of stylists? Because I know certain salons, they'll do specials with maybe their more beginner stylists versus their master stylists. What do you think about those kinds of concepts?
I actually kind of get a little bit of different feedback regarding that. When I used to be a receptionist at a salon and someone would call and be like, hey, can I get a master stylist? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is how much the master stylist costs. And they're like, okay, well, how much is a level 1 stylist? But then you go into, well, how much experience do they have? And so I go back to, like I said, number 1, just bring a picture of what you were thinking, and that will definitely help you.
Gotcha. Gotta love live TV. All right. Thank you. We love it live. Now, Stephanie, I'm going to let you take it away with our third tip.
Okay. So, you know what? Actually, I was thinking I should definitely do happy hours in the salon now. You think I should bring some appetizers?
Amen. Yes.
I think so. Okay, third tip. So we're going to be a hair model. A lot of stylists, when they're looking to land like that dream job in a salon, you definitely need a hair model. And most of the times, I had on my segment, I had my cute little mannequin head, but most employers prefer actual live model, actual human. So if you go on Instagram and hashtag like be a hair model, you will find so many like aspiring stylists looking for an actual model. And most of the time, you can either get a discounted haircut or color, or sometimes for free.
I'm gonna yell into your mic over here. I would also like to mention a lot of people need this to update their portfolio. So let's say they need to add blonding specialist or something like that. They're building an Instagram page. Be available for something like that. A lot of people, I mean, this is kind of how you like to advertise, right?
Oh, absolutely. Social media, I love it. Sometimes it's a downside, but I love it because it's free. And I've built my clientele solely off of social media, and I love it. I hashtag everything. I think that's how we found each other, right?
It is. So I found Stephanie because I moved here from South Florida, where I felt like there were a lot of options when it came to blonding. Now, the kind of blonde I like to be is questionably natural. Obviously not now because I missed my last appointment. So don't take that out on me. I know I can see you looking at it.
I'm
don't
not
worry.
doing
This
that.
afternoon I'll be in the chair. Tomorrow's a whole new Jana. But it's one of those things that
With the appetizers.
Yes, I liked a really heavy highlighted blonde. And also just somebody who would listen to me.
Yes.
And I found a girl in Jacksonville that I liked her hair. I went full FBI. I went to see who she had tagged, the salon that you were at the time.
But you know what's
I went
great?
boom, 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 boom.
When we met, what's great, what did you show me? And you didn't show me like, oh, well, Stephanie, I want to be this kind of blonde. You showed me that picture that you liked.
Yep.
And we executed.
Yeah, I showed her my favorite blonde that I had ever done, and then also like my dream blonde that I had. And it's funny because that first blonde that we did is actually on her website, and I'm like, oh, I still love that blonde. Now that's my summer version. Like we're doing.
Oh, she was bright, almost kind of Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
Khaleesi,
yeah,
almost.
yeah, because that was like kind of during that moment, yeah, with a little bit of root.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my hair journey, and now I can't stray from Stephanie. But I think that's a big thing, is building that trust when it comes to a stylist. And something I do love about your salon is that people can be upfront with you when it comes to what they're able to do financially. Like I know,
absolutely.
that's kind of how you got into that lived-in color specialist, giving somebody a really good haircut. So I think that's a good thing. It brings us to tip number 4, is looking at a balayage option and also just a really quality haircut when you go to a salon.
Yeah, absolutely. So the balayage is usually a little bit more on the expensive side, but you save in the end because you're actually embracing that natural route, opposed to doing the highlights every 6 to 8 weeks. A balayage can get you in the chair for about maybe twice a year. So I honestly, I love the lived in color look. I love, natural, of course. Not a little natural today. I got my blonde working today.
Yes.
But, hey, it works. And honestly, Jana wants to bring up her roots, but honestly, hey, we can kind of roll into more of the lived in color.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I mean, for me,
I would throw in some lowlights though, but a blonde and lowlights, we'll see.
well, you have to tranquilize me. But I think that's a great option, especially too now. I'm sure our viewers have heard, because I've started to hear a lot more about it on social, is like the money pieces, the money piece maintenance.
Yes.
So doing a balayage, kind of a lived in color throughout the body of your hair, but then just kind of focusing on those Instagram pieces that are right around your face.
I call it open window hair because, we all have our lovely roots, but then like if you just feel, and sometimes even if you're a brunette, but if then the front panels are blonde, you feel like a blonde. And that's another question I always ask clients in the chair. When you look in the mirror, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a brunette with blonde highlights, or do you want to be a blonde? I think that's super crucial in the consultation.
Yes, absolutely. And you do give a great consultation. And I think it's always a great sign when you have a stylist who's willing to ask you a lot of questions. I get nervous if somebody doesn't talk to me and just starts going ham. I'm like, wait, but hey, come here.
Exactly.
Which I've experienced before.
Right. And also too, I feel like when it comes to haircuts, over time, as far as saving money, because, it's hard out here right now. And I feel like we all still need to look good. I say go to a salon and request a master stylist when it comes to a haircut. It's going to be a little bit more on the expensive side, but when you think about it, opposed to paying for 12 cheap haircuts throughout the month, why don't you get one good haircut that's going to grow out beautifully, and you save money over time.
Yeah, exactly. And we're all about that. Now, another great way to save money is to enter really awesome giveaways when really good hairstylists offer them. So, shameless plug. Stephanie has one going on right
I
now. I love that.
do.
You've turned into like our year-round Santa because you always like bring a little treat, which is great.
Yes, I know. Who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Nobody we're friends with. We all like free stuff around here, right, Rand?
So if you go on my page at Instagram at style by dot Stephanie, I'm having a cool giveaway from Amika. So you know those blow dry brushes that are like the rave?
Yes.
So you can they have like volumizing. I think I did one on my last segment. We were
Yes,
talking about
yes,
that.
you did, and it
for
was
early
for
Black
Black Friday, yep.
Yes, yeah. So this kit actually comes with the products as well as the blow dry brush. So you just need to go on my page at style by dot Stephanie, kind of let me know what you think about our segment, and just tag a friend too, right?
Yeah, tag a buddy.
We need to tag Katie
yeah.
Garner. We're going to tag you too. I hope you're watching. And, just let me know how you think about the segment.
Yeah, and tell us what you want to see next, because obviously we'll be back in January with new year, new hair. So if there is a style that you want Stephanie to demo, feel free to drop us a comment and I will make sure that that happens for you. So make sure you catch us tomorrow right here on River City Plus at 10:15, and we'll be here bright and early in the morning for River City Live at 9:30.